I'm Vanessa at The Girl on a Bike. In this video, we're going to be looking at 8 myths about spoke and alloy wheels. Welcome back to my channel. I am still here in Australia, so I apologise if the birds are really loud in this video. I do have a mic on, but they have some wild animals in this country. There is a whole load of videos from my time here in Australia, including Tasmania, so please check them out. There's some absolutely incredible riding here, and yes, I've ridden through the bush and through the gum trees, and I've seen kangaroos and all that kind of stuff. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about 8 myths to do with alloys and spoke wheels. I do have another video on my channel which gives you a lot more information about spokes and alloys and what might be the best option for your bike and the key things to think about when you're thinking about which one you might want. Basically my goal with my channel is to try and share some of my experience from riding motorcycles. I've ridden in 35 different countries now. I've done some pretty extreme racing like Red Bull Romaniacs, the Morocco Desert Challenge, the Africa Eco Race, all the way to Dakar, and I've learned a lot of things along the way. And through the comments with a lot of you, I've realised that there are some topics that you'd like me to cover. So if there are any other topics that you'd like me to cover, please get them in the comments. And also let me know what you ride, where you're from, and just say hi. What have you been doing recently with your motorbikes or life? I really love to hear from you. So because this is a video about myths, I've got the 8 myths written down so that I don't get the wording wrong. So myth number 1 is spoke wheels are always stronger. Now, this is not exactly true. Now, the reason why is it's actually more about, instead of strength being strong or weaker, it's more about flexibility and rigidity. So an alloy wheel is a solid cast structure, which means it's really strong, and that's fantastic for road riding, for cornering confidence, acceleration, but not for absorbing impacts. And that's where a spoke vehicle has the flexibility to give and move. So if you're doing off-road riding, that gives you the ability to hit gnarly terrain and absorb the impacts. So it's not that this is stronger, it's that it's more flexible. If you hit a massive pothole, it's going to be able to absorb it and flex a little bit, whereas the cast wheel, which is really strong and solid, isn't going to like that because it's rigid. So hopefully that gets rid of myth number 1. So myth number 2, alloy wheels are fragile. Okay, so what I've just said could make you think that an alloy wheel is fragile. If you had a massive bump on an alloy, it has got the risk of cracking it. However, modern alloy wheels are so incredibly well cast and made from really robust materials. They can handle an incredible amount of touring, road, track, high speeds, and they perform perfectly. I wouldn't necessarily say that they are, fragile. It's just that they're designed for something different. They're more designed for the smoother terrain where you don't get that impact. Number 3, spoke wheels mean inner tubes. Okay, historically, because of the way that a spoke wheel is set up, it's a lot harder to make them airtight. So where the spokes and the nipples meet the rim, it's a lot more difficult to seal those. So typically from that, you'd have an inner tube in there. However, there are so many modern options now. The manufacturers have developed things. You can now get tubeless systems on spokes. Not always, it depends on the setup. That's a good consideration because if you are wanting to do a roadside repair, if you've got an inner tube, to repair it, you have to take the wheel off, the tyre off, whereas if you've got a tubeless system, you can do roadside repairs a lot more easily with plug kits. I've got a whole video on tyres and a lot more information on that, so check that out if any of that didn't make sense. Number 4, alloy wheels are always lighter. Often yes, but not always. So some can be really heavy duty cast wheels, and that means that they can actually weigh more than a spoke setup. Spokes, there's a lot of parts in there, but again, it's modern manufacturing. If you want to pay a bit more money and get a way more premium, low weight, really specky out wheel. You can get some really, really light spoke setups. I do have a video on my channel where I went behind the scenes at Talon Engineering and actually got to build my own spoke wheel, which I then raced a desert rally on, so you can check that out. And right, we've done 4 already. If you enjoy my videos, please let me know in the comments. Please share them, tell your friends. It really, really, really helps me out, and I so appreciate hearing from you in the comments. Make sure you hit subscribe. Hey, thank you so much for being here on my channel. I want to do a particular thank you shout out to the channel members who are here helping me make this content happen. It takes a lot of time, resource and energy to plan, create, edit all of this free content for you on YouTube, and the subscription area is one of the things that really helps me keep going. So thank you to my current subscribers. If you're not a subscriber and you're interested, I will put a link below, and I just want to say a huge thank you. Make sure you say hi, let me know in the comments. If you do subscribe, you're going to get early access to all of my videos, so you'll see them a week before everybody else. You're going to get some special custom emojis, which I made, and priority comment replies. All perks of being a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And thanks in advance. Shall I draw you a motorbike? Oh. Number 5. Spoke wheels need constant maintenance. So let's go back over to the spoke wheel. Now, why would a spoke wheel need constant maintenance? It's a bit of a myth, because you don't need to do constant maintenance, but I would say there is more maintenance on a spoke wheel. That's because each one of these spokes is tensioned correctly to get the hub not only in the middle of the wheel as far as the circle, but also the middle of the wheel left to right, because it holds the hub into the center. Now, if one of these spokes is to loosen off, then it's going to change the dimensions. It could cause a vibration, which is probably going to make another one. You do need to be checking your spokes. A really typical one you do is you run something around and you hear that one is off. It's a really basic check that you can do. When spokes go, you often need to completely loosen them all and retighten them. It is a dark art. Check out my other video for more on that, because it's not the focus of this video. But I would say, yes, spokes do need more maintenance, but it's not out of the realms of the possible. An alloy wheel, you're basically going to need to clean it, which I think this one needs a clean. Okay, number 6. You can't ride fast on spoked wheels. Watch me. Now, I have spoke wheels on basically all of my racing bikes. I would say for me, my top speed in the desert on some of the smoother fast tracks is about 145. The top guys, the speed limit is 160. I haven't quite got something that makes me be able to go quite that fast, or maybe the need, because you don't even know what the terrain is. Anyway, you can go fast on spoke wheels. You can sit on the road. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you that I've gone over the speed limit, but a spoke wheel, when balanced correctly on like an adventure bike, you can hit top speeds and go really beautifully on the road. There might be a tiny little bit more feedback, tiny bit more vibration, a little bit more wind resistance, all those kind of things, but you can absolutely go fast on a spoke wheel. Number 7. Okay, alloys are only for sport bikes. Hello, what does a sport bike even mean? I'm joking, I know what a sport bike is. No, that's not true at all. You can put an alloy wheel on any bike you want to go roading, touring, tracking, commuting on. It's a solid, robust, it gives you good confidence, good braking, good acceleration, good fuel economy. It's strong, it's rigid, it's going to give you confidence cornering, all that kind of stuff. You just don't want to go off-road. That's probably the key thing with the alloy wheel. And again, check out my other video for way more thoughts on the two. Right, we're on to the final one here. I haven't waffled too much in this video, have I? Let me know in the comments. Actually, maybe don't. No, I do. I want to know if I've waffled too much. Now I'm doing it. Number 8, if a spoke breaks, it's no big deal. Can be managed short term. If you're out on a ride and the spoke breaks, as long as you are able to take it off, make sure it's not wrapping and hitting onto another one, you could probably get home. You really want to get it fixed. It's not that it's not a big deal, but you could get home probably, but you do still need to get it fixed. That was a pretty rubbish myth, really. You basically don't want to ignore it. It's like all maintenance on a motorbike. If something's not right and not how it should be, it's worth fixing it. And when you think about the overall setup of a motorbike, those tyres, those wheels are your contact with the ground. You want to be making sure everything's in good condition because your body is on the top of it and you've got no roll cage. You're coming off, if something goes wrong, it's gonna hurt. So there you go. There's 8 random myths about spoke wheels, alloy wheels. I'm Vanessa at The Girl on a Bike. I want to thank you for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.